Something else I said I would do is a nasal oral video, so the whole soft palate thing. I'm going to do the hand gestures with the sounds as well. So this is just on a vowel. If I do an oral vowel, so nothing is coming out of my nose, the doorway is closed, the soft palate is up against the back wall, and therefore it's blocking the nose off. So E, E, and if I change the vowel as well, and I go the other way around, if I go to an R, now that is just allowing air into the nose or closing it off. And that's the main function of the soft palate. There's also a little raise or stretch or something like that. So let me try that on the R vowel. See if I can do it without moving anything else. This is tricky. So I'm just pulling up a little bit more and I'm stretching a little bit more once I've got to that, the oral vowel. Hopefully you heard 4 things there, not just 3. If I do it on a sentence, this is the house that Jack built is one that we use a lot because it doesn't have any nasal consonants, so we can be clear that we're not doing any nasality. So if I do, this is the house that Jack built. This is the house that Jack built. Notice that I'm holding my nose closed with my fingers all the time, because if I do any nasal consonants or any nasality or any leaking of the air into the nose, I will feel the vibrations under my fingers straight away. This is the house that Jack built. The door stays closed the whole time. If I pull up a little bit harder, this is the house that Jack built. Slightly strange to do in speaking voice, but that's that. Now, if I go to leaking a bit of air down my nose, so this is now a nasal sentence. This is the house that Jack built. Now, I can absolutely feel the vibrations under my fingers. Hopefully you can hear that as well. I'll do completely oral into a nasal sentence. This is the house that Jack built. This is the house that Jack built. So hopefully I'm on the same pitch and I'm on the same resonating shape inside my mouth, but all I'm really doing is letting some air leak into my nose. If I take my fingers away, this is the house that Jack built. This is the house that Jack built. Interestingly, it doesn't sound as different, to my ears anyway, when I do it without the nose pinch. If I went onto the NG, you're just on an NG the entire time. So although we hear pitches and we hear prosody, we hear melody, we don't actually hear words, because I can't do a vowel, because vowels are made in your mouth cavity, and because of the NG, there's no air coming into my mouth. So I can't form the vowels. Hopefully that's clear. Oh, singing. This is the house that Jack built. This is the house that Jack built. Always do the nose pinch test, because sometimes when you move from speaking to singing, a whole other singing brain takes over, and sometimes you get other stuff going on that you didn't know about. This is the house that Jack built. 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 Nothing. And the next question really is, why would we ever do nasality apart from nasal consonants? There are some styles in which nasality, and I'm just talking leaking air nasality, I'm not talking twang. Twang is an entirely different area. There are certain styles in which that nasality is actually quite attractive, and obviously if you're singing in French, you are going to be doing nasality. So if I did Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Now, apart from the M's in maybe and the M in time, everything else is oral. There's nothing going down my nose. If I do a tiny bit of opening, maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. I've just got a little bit of opening. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. There's a lot of vibration under my fingers, but it doesn't sound like there's too much air. If I was to do percentages, and this is a pure guess, I'm doing about 80-20. Also, if you want to sing high and soft, very occasionally, just opening the door into the nose very, very slightly will dampen the sound slightly, and it will make it sound a little bit more diffused. So if I did, okay, let's try this one. Without any nasality. God on high, hear my prayer. That is no nasality apart from the M of my. God on high, hear my prayer. Because I had the door very slightly open, it altered the air pressure in my oral cavity and also in my vocal tract, and my vocal folds didn't come together in quite the same way. So it sounded like I was going slightly breathier and slightly looser, but I wasn't doing that consciously. All I was doing consciously was opening the door slightly, and it had a knock-on effect on my vocal folds. Hopefully that makes sense. Enjoy.